Hello, this is Zeke777, and welcome to episode 35 of Simply Magic 2. We are, like I said, right here again. So, we're going to just start right off. What I have in this chest here is a bunch of different enchanting books. I have Fortune 5 here, Silk Touch, so these are for my tools. This row here is my various protections. So I've got Protection, Fire, and Projectile. I also have Magic Resistance, which is from Ars Magica. Let's see, Unusing, Mending, so these are kind of my healing, not healing, my durability things. I also have down here an Unbreaking 3 book, as well as an Ancient Tome. I can read. Ancient Tome. I also have that for Feather Falling 4, and various, these are kind of individual helmets that are here. I've got this for a chest piece, and for Depth Strider for my boots. So, what are we going to do with these? The first thing we're going to do is sit here and steal more levels from my journal here. And also while we're doing this, we're going to be wondering why we don't have an XP farm yet. We really should. I've just been kind of storing my levels in here. I still got quite a few from the Ender Dragon, since that goes up to like level 70 or something. So that can get me almost, I should be able to get to 35 on this. 35, there we go. So we need that because I think we're going to do the Unbreaking one first. If we go over to our anvil, we can throw our Ancient Tome, that's Feather Falling. Unbreaking 3 plus Unbreaking 3 gets us Unbreaking 4. Yep. This is added by Quark. What it does is you combine it with the similar level of your enchanting book, and that gets you one level above the normal maximum, which is pretty awesome. I think I might be able to use that still. That's actually a question. I'm not sure if that'll actually work for what I'm planning, but we have it. What is this grand plan, you ask? Well, it starts off with some obsidian. I actually don't even really know how much obsidian. 20 is probably good enough. And next thing that we'll need is... hope we have some. We need some mystical flowers. These guys here are going to be what we're going to use. What color do we have a lot of? Light blue. Cool. I think I need 6 of these. 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I think I need 10 of these. 10. With that, we are actually going to... oh, I need 10 more, don't I? Oh, no, that's fine enough. I need some seeds and some dirt. It's not seeds. Nope, not seeds at all. It is 10 grass. Cool. So, what we're going to do, if you haven't kind of figured that out yet from the petals and the obsidian, is we're going to do some... what am I going at here? This goes in here. We're going to do some mana enchanting, which first, of course, requires us to actually create a mana enchanter. So let's go ahead, toss these in here, get ourselves some pasture seeds. So first thing we need is the mystical light blue petals, or flowers, need to turn into glimmering light blue flowers. Cool. That, pasture seeds, and dirt should get us floating light blue flowers. It doesn't really have to be light blue, it can be anything, but yeah, these are what we're going to use. And we are also going to make ourselves some mana pylons. 6 of these. And I think that should be good. I believe it does have to be grass. Does that have to be grass? It can be dirt, I think. We'll do grass just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, yep. Okay, so where are we going to put this? We're going to put this right next to that gold chest that I had. Let's go over here. Now, one thing is I do have to figure out the actual routing of mana to get here, but I think we can figure out a way. Also, you actually probably need to be here instead. Yeah. Pretty cute. I'm hoping I have enough room for this. So let's grab our wonderful Lexica Botania. And what is this under? I don't know what it's under, but it's called search. Where's the search button? History. Here we go. Enchant. Fine. Let's go under... where's that? Here we go. Index. It's probably just like right here. Enchanting. This isn't in alphabetical order. Enchant. Enchanting with mana. Let's go ahead and visualize. So the question is, am I able to get this to actually fit without taking out a wall? That's not going to work. Will this work? Maybe? Oh, perfect. And it's not going to be too far over here. Okay, cool, that works. Right, there's nothing actually there. Let's go ahead and place these in. Now, these don't strictly have to be floating. In fact, I'm kind of at this point hoping that they can be floating. But this way then they'll just be floating there instead of having like a grass block underneath it. Because I don't want this embedded in the floor, because then it'll be in the ceiling of the room below. But I think this will work. So you go there, you go there, place you. Let's grab our lapis block as well while we're at it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And last but not least, our mana pylons on top. One there, one there, one there, one over here, here, and here. Structure complete. Awesome. Let's go ahead and grab, I hope I have it in my chest here. Or maybe it's in my tools chest. We want our, where is it? Nope, that's not, here we go. Wand of the Forest. Mana Enchanter. Okay, that's a little embarrassing. It's off by 1. Yeah, you need to be here. Alright, centered it, fancied it up a little bit, and we have empty mana pools. So the next part of the puzzle here is giving it power. So what we're going to do, I actually need to upgrade this still. I got my Rune of Fire, but I actually need a Dominant Spark, which is Mana Steel and Pixie Dust as well. So let me grab that first. 5 Mana Steel Ingot. And 5 Pixie Dust. Cool. Let's toss these in here. Get ourselves our Spark Augments. And place them up here. So what's going to work is, right now, nothing's going to happen. And if I can actually click on these things. Okay, so these guys all have sparks. So they need to get power. So my plan is down here, kind of on the mid-level between here. I'm thinking right here should be close enough to my pool over there. I'm hoping. So we're going to go like this. Mana pool goes here. And while we're at it, just to double check, if I give you a spark and a augment, are you able to draw anything? Let's wait and see. I'm not sure if it's close enough to these. If it was, it'd be working right now. And with the magic of simply moving it over a few blocks, we can throw our dominant spark in here, and it will start filling up from our main battery over there, which is awesome. It's not going anywhere yet. So we throw our, oh, that actually wasn't, I didn't need to throw you. Grab you, don't need you at all. Throw our red sand in here, gives us 10 seconds. And then once that's done, it's going to drain him and fill up these guys. So once that is done, yep, it's already starting to fill these guys. Now it's going to be a little slow to fill them, but honestly 4 is going to be plenty. If I need more storage up here, I can just throw more up here and it'll be fine. So we have, apparently a falling meteor, we have a mana enchanter that is powered, and we have our books, so let's get enchanting. To make this a little bit easier on ourselves, we're going to take off our ring magnetization. I'm going to start off with the Thaumium Fortress Curious. Toss him there, and I've got quite a few books here. So let's go ahead, start you going. Going to click through each of those, it beeps for each of them that it picks up, and we enchant. And I forgot a spark. You get a spark also. Spark. Come on. There we go. So that's going to go fill up. It's going to take probably quite a bit of mana. I wouldn't be surprised if it's at least full mana pool, actually. And we're done. I think it pops off when it's done. Cool. So let's see what we got. We have Unbreaking 4, Unusing 1, Mending, Magic Resistance 5, and Iron Wall. Iron Wall is kind of a knockback resistance. I think it did give me my Unbreaking 4, that's awesome. Unusing is so that if it does get all the way damaged, it won't actually break. Mending will make it so that it'll heal from my experience. Vanilla enchant there. Magic Resistance 5 is to give myself magic resistance because honestly the only thing that actually kills me at this point is magic. Mana creepers, I ran into a was it Nature Guardian earlier, and he killed me in one shot. Yeah, he's kind of annoying. Yeah, we'll deal with him later. I have them in, I have them appropriated. But we are going to enchant our armor first. So 1 down, 3 to go. Down here in my enchanted box, and I realized that magic resistance and protection, they can actually go on the same thing. As opposed to like vanilla things where like projectile protection, fire protection can't go with regular, magic resistance does. So we're actually gonna wipe that and start over. Alrighty, so Manweave Cloth from Britannia gets us a Spellbinding Cloth. And with this, we're gonna just pretend that didn't happen. Take you, wipe you off. Cool. Gonna start over. Same with you as well, actually. Yep. And we're gonna do that to actually be efficient. And last but not least, let's grab our Feather Falling 4. Feather Falling 4 gets us Feather Falling 5. You go here. And I think that's everything I need for my boots. Let's run over here. I have to say this enchanting is pretty awesome. Well, I guess we'll see how well it actually protects me. Toss everything out. And grab our boots. You go on here and let's start up. So while that's going, we have Mending, Respiration 3, Unbreaking 4, Magic Resistance 5, Unusing 1, Fire Protection 4, and Aqua Affinity. Same everything as before, only Iron Wall, and Magic Resistance and Protection on that. Let's see, this guy have Protection on this one. So Fire Protection here, 2 middle ones have regular protection, and my boots have projectile protection. That way I at least have one of each. Oh, there we go. Can I have you back? There we go. So these guys have projectile protection and Feather Falling 5. So that is pretty awesome. Let's throw everything back in here. Let's kind of sort it out. You go up with random items up there. Projectile protection goes here. Unbreaking goes here. Resistance here. Unusing here. And Mending, where'd I put you? Mending, you go here. Yeah. Awesome, we have gear. So let's see if a zombie hurts. You hurt, but not nearly as much as you did before. Let's grab our axe here. Kill you with the axe. Yeah, they hurt a lot less than they used to, which is awesome. I think that was a demon cow. Oh no, it's regular cow. That's what it was. Creeper. I don't have blast protection, but I think with regular protection, I usually don't get hit by creepers anyway. It's mostly just when I get swarmed by zombies that's an issue. But I am quite happy with this armor. In fact, the only thing that would make this armor even better is to put some magic in it. I've started putting on some runic shielding here. This is pretty awesome. It just seems to act as another layer, I guess. I need 2 of these. 2 amber and 1 Salus Mundus. This is for the second layer. I'm not actually sure the maximum number of these guys that I can actually do. It's quite a bit, I think. So I can put it on each of these armor pieces, as well as a couple of my baubles. So far I'm only putting it on my ring magnetization and my amulet V, because these guys I'm pretty sure I'm going to always stick with. The Vengeance Ring, might get rid of him. Manasteer Monocle, that's kind of just holding a spot just because. I think I can combine that with something actually. Can I combine you two? No. There's something I can do to combine it with things. Goggles are revealing. I have these here. It is actually giving me the V discount. Previously when I tried putting it here in the bauble slot, it didn't give the V discount. But it seems to now, which is pretty cool. Let's grab you and throw you back on. So I'm going through and doing it just kind of 1 layer at a time because the costs do increase. So if I do 1 layer at a time on each of the pieces and then kind of build up from there, it basically makes everything cheaper and I can get more layers overall. Because it doesn't really matter where it is, whether I have 10 here or 5 here, 5 here. In fact, if I spread it out, it's cheaper. So I'm going to keep stacking this up for a little bit until I run out of materials. Another really handy use for this thing. Yeah, so I have a mana enchanter, and I have a bunch of leather boots. Let's enchant them. Yeah, so what this is going to be doing is the boots themselves, and well, leather, anything really. I mostly just want to avoid too much metallum in here, but by having the leather, I can get the what's called Praemunio, the armor. Is that working? Working? There we go. So I'm getting the Praemunio like I wanted. But it is also boosting, yeah, you have 51 Praecantatio on you, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, now I have a source of that. It's not automatable as far as I know. I kind of worked with Jet for a little bit on trying to figure out if it's possible to automate this thing. I'm not sure it is. I haven't been able to find a way. Right-clicking with the wand, no problem. I can do that with the dispenser. But placing the item on here, we couldn't figure out a way to do that. So if any of you guys know a way of placing items, that'd be really helpful. In the meantime, though, this is giving me quite a lot of, yeah, 51, 15 Premunio, not a whole lot there, but it's some. Mostly the magic was what I was wanting. Well, I want the Premunio as well, but yeah, I think it's a pretty useful, not that one, boot still. Yeah, so I'm quite happy. We're gonna get quite a lot of all the different aspects that I need. So we have quite a few things here. Our, what is this called? Runic shielding. Yeah, we're up to, I think, 2 per on everything right now, which is getting a little more expensive. I think the next level takes 100 Premunio, and also instability goes up to high. And then 50 Potentia, 50 Vitreous. Amber, we've got plenty of Amber, we've got plenty of Salus Mundus. These guys here, it's starting to get expensive. Well, we can do this. Infusion boosting. There is the Infusion Cost Stone, which, if you look here, is exceedingly expensive for the V cost. Luckily, I do have that charger thing, so it'll draw from 9 chunks instead of just 1. And let's see, Block of Diamond and Elementum. So let's get some materials together. I think I have just about everything here except for the Elementum. So what I'm doing here is I want 4 of these. I hope I have enough. I don't actually know. Great thing about the system is I don't really need to know. It's all going to just draw from upstairs, fill it in here, and make me my Elementum. So while that is cooking up, I've got my arcane stone. Let me double check to make sure that doesn't need to be the brick form. Let's see. Nope, just regular. And I also need aqua and ordo crystals. So I think I need to grab those still. And last but not least, we have Elementum. Throw these in here. Now, that is a 5% discount. I think I can do a little bit better than that. I do have some, I crafted up some of the armor. Let's go grab that. Oh, I'm already on top floor. I created some of the, what is it called? Just the thaumaturge. Oh, there we go. The thaumaturge armor, which is kind of cool. I didn't really do much with it. It's much lower armor value, considering this is pretty much full armor at this point. But let's go ahead and grab them anyway. And meet you back over at the infusion. I think something that'll be worth doing here is vanilla armor stands. These are a thing. Now, I think it doesn't automatically take my items off here, but we can just throw them. Shift click. Yes. Equip you, equip you, equip you. So that gets us a, where did my caster go? Whatever, I can look in here. That gets me a 13% discount, so slightly better. And you, in the meantime, can hold my armor. You, and you, and you. Fancy. So let's grab this. We have, should be good enough without breaking everything. Cool. 4 of these guys, Infusion Cost Stones. Now that is going to be awesome. Can I swap these? Nope. Ideally, I'd like something that I can just like right click and it'll just swap my entire armor set. I'm not sure if I have something that can do that though. Gotta say, the slime infestation words, yeah, it's getting old real quick. That is the problem with building underground. I think that's, nope, there's still more slimes there. Anything else? Just one. Okay. Nope, 1 left. Nothing jumping? Okay, got them all. With these infusion stabilizer thingies, the infusion cost stones, these go underneath. So if I break you, I have enough space for you? Yeah, okay. Let's place that there. Are you real? No, you're still a Vengeance Spirit. So let's place you there. So what these are going to do is they're going to make everything cheaper, but slower. Which isn't great, but the cheaper is definitely what I'm wanting here, especially if I'm going to be going for higher cost on runic shielding there. But, you know, I might actually only do maybe 3 of these and then a cost one as well. I'm not sure what the ideal balance is, but let's fill these in. So here is the question, is this worthwhile? If we look in here at the 3rd tier of runic shielding, we see that the Premunio cost is 100, so this will give us a pretty nice estimate of the actual percent discount. So that said, I think it said 90 there. So 4 of these gets me a 10%. That's honestly not that impressive. I was hoping it'd be higher. I haven't checked to to see if by maybe stacking these lower will help, or if I can only do one or more pillars. Yeah, I was trying to see if you might be able to stack these further downward, which might be an idea of something I could do. I might test that in a creative world though, just to be sure. But this is a little bit slower, so I guess it would be higher instability as well, because usually as these go on longer, it becomes more and more unstable. But I think we're just going to counteract that with more and more heads. And it looks like we actually ran out of, yeah, potentia. That is a little annoying. For some reason it's also not just going directly into the jars above, so let's place this here for now just to fill it up and transfer that down to the infusion. There we go. I only need probably about 10 or so. 20 should be good. And let's land. Oh, missed. These are some alchemy arrays, which are from blood magic. These ones are for if you land on them, you don't take damage. But I missed, so that wasn't helpful. And how are you doing? Okay, yeah, so I just need a little bit there. Apparently one. And oh, it is actually filling up above, but it's just sucking out directly into here. Okay. Huh, okay. Well, that's a little annoying. Looks like I had a couple clips that the microphone didn't work, so sorry, those just got lost. I think all you really missed was... Oh, where am I bouncing? Okay. I did try to see if I could stack these, still don't know the names of them, the things that make everything cheaper. You can't, unfortunately, so I am limited to 10%. And the other thing is that I'm currently going for +4. I do want to see whether or not I can actually go up to any higher than what's listed here, which is +5. I could do +10, I think, before in the previous versions. So let's see how high we can get. Okay, last layer here of the +5 is 340 Premunio, which we are, I think we're there. 226, you need to be like 90 or something. So that's filling up there. Let me double check the rest of these. Should have actually looked at that. You need 170 of these guys. You are a full jar, so you're good, and you are a full jar, mostly. 220, yeah, that's fine. Okay, how much are you at now? 80 something, 90, that would be 46, which should be good. Cool. Let's go down and apply this layer as well. Whoa. There's kind of glitches there. And let's land. That didn't land where I wanted. Well, you need this guy, which should have gone here. Place you on. Let's fill up our pedestals. 1, 2, 3. And we have 4, 5. And the last guy is our Salus Mundus over here. Let's go ahead and start. It's really expensive, also really unstable. Actually, it's not too bad. I haven't gotten struck by lightning, so I think I've actually got enough stability for this. Now, the real question is if there's another layer beyond this, which I have no idea how much that's going to cost. It's been a couple minutes so far. So far, stability is holding out. I haven't seen anything that looks like it's going to be any issue, any lightning, any random zaps of taint or anything. Yeah, it's just really slow. I think I do want to put more stabilizers in here anyway, though, because you can never be too careful in this sort of thing. Especially because this one here is actually balanced. This guy here bounces across there, you bounce across there, and you are fine over here. But the next layer is going to add a bit of instability because there'll be an unmatched pedestal here. So, what? I didn't do anything. Unless that was lightning. Right? Yeah. Or is it something with... Is it because of you? No? Okay, yeah, so I guess that was lightning. So, I will meet you when this is done. Alrighty, last little bit, the items are going in. Let me throw that there. One more amber and our Salus Mundus, and then we are done. Sweet! Stop making noise. There we go. We have our +5. Let's throw that on just to charge it up again. And yeah, let's get the star for the next one. I do have no idea how much this will take, if it'll even work at all. So my current plan is I'm going to fill up, I think, 2 jars, maybe a little bit more than just 2 jars. Get that completely filled up, as well as probably a full jar of each of these guys. Maybe 2 jars of you as well. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it'll even work. The Thaumonomicon does only go up to +5, But I do want to test this because I haven't actually gotten a straight answer from anyone on Reddit. So we shall find out together. Well, I had a little bit of time to kind of play around in Creative World. I wasn't really able to record at the time, but figured I'd at least share my findings. Right now, we are currently infusing a +8, so you can at least get that high. It's still taking another 2,005 Premunio, 1290 of the Potentia and Vitreous. So it works. It does work. This is kind of my little creative setup. It works. I've got for +6, it takes about 650 and about 330 Potentia. At the time, I had some speed upgrades. Right now I'm doing it without any speed upgrades because I want to see what the actual costs are. So +6 is I need 650 Premunio, +7 is 1300 Premunio, and +8 is 2,580. Yeah, it adds up quickly. That being said, I think what I'm going to do is in the single player world, I think I'm going to, instead of doing this where I'm stacking it all up on one thing, I'm going to spread it across each of the armor slots. It'll be more efficient. I will eventually get up to this level, but I mean you can see here this is it's been going on for quite a while. So far it's drained 3 jars. It's about halfway through the 4th jar. What is it, 2,500, and I've got 256 per jar. It's going to be, 10 jars of just Premunio. Yeah, it's going to get a little obnoxious as we get further and further into this. It's going to definitely be something I'm going to have to automate. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. Unrelated, I do have a bit of a taint problem in my creative world here. I don't remember what I did. I really don't remember what I did, but this is now a walled off area. And it did let me do some testing. As you can see, I have mana glass spread around the entire thing. It does not seem to spread through the mana glass. And in fact, it can't really climb much. I think it just climbs up one layer here onto it, but it doesn't actually spread. Yeah, it's because there's that one. But it doesn't spread past that. So that is pretty good. It means I'm able to actually contain it. And to do a little bit further testing, I wanted to create this from scratch. So over here, I basically took a bunch of jars and I just emptied them into the atmosphere. And I also started a focal manipulator going. Let's see where we currently are. Oh, there's no taint left. Huh. There's no V in the ore, of course. Let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a boost. Drain you, drain you, drain you, drain you. Now we have 1,000 taint. So that is going to kind of slowly spread this here. From what I can tell, it doesn't actively really keep spreading. It's kind of a weird thing there. If I stand here, is this a taint biome? No. So I mean, it converts the existing materials, but it doesn't convert the mana glass. And it seems that it doesn't really do much converting if it's not already, if there's no more taint in the aura. So I'm going to have to figure out how to actually harvest this. My plan is to use a bore lens to break the tainted soil and basically just constantly replenish more soil in here. That's the plan when I get there. I'm not going to do anything like I just emptied a bunch of jars. I'm not going to do that in the real world. But I figured I have a nice little test area here. That seems pretty safe. So let's get back to the actual world. Huh. I just realized that silverwood planks actually have a connected texture. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's cool. So we are back in the real world here. Real as, I guess as real as you can be for Minecraft. We've got our Premunio all set up. So let's go ahead, head down here, and start enchanting more things. Missed. There we go. And land on this. Cool. So let's go ahead. I've got, I think everything has 2 on it. So let's do this guy next. Okay, got everything laid out here. Let's go ahead and start the process. That is so much less than the 2,500 from the other one. I think what I'm going to do is go through each of my armor here. This guy's got 3, you've got 5 on it. You can take up to 3, well you'll get to 3, you 3, you. So yeah, I'm just going to see how many I can upgrade. Okay, we have some progress. I have, I think, 4 on everything, at least. I have 5 on the chest plate, and these guys here still only have 3 because I ran out of ingredients. Well, mostly I just didn't grab more ingredients. I can get more. But I had a bit of a scare last night. So I logged on, and actually I was playing for a little while, and I was inside my base, and I walk outside, and I was greeted by a hill. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what happened. It seems like it was maybe something to do with a like a retro gen type thing, but this entire area, like that entire build, were gone. This was just one big hill. Um, these trees? These trees are still here. I don't know why these trees are here. Specifically, it looks like there's a couple chunks here, like that straight line there. There's a couple chunks that seems to have regenerated. I'm not entirely sure why or how or what caused it. But that is a thing. So, friendly reminder to always do backups. I didn't actually have to do a backup. I just kind of Control-Delete close out of Minecraft so it wouldn't try to save if I exited. Yeah, I have like a witchwood tree there as well. That's not really normal. The good news is I don't think I actually lost anything. This building's still intact. Everything inside is okay. Nothing at my main base is damaged or anything. That whole structure there is still alive. Tree is still not completed. It would have been really weird if that completed. And the kind of good news, or the kind of benefit, whatever, is along with that, there's things that regenerated. I apparently have V crystals that are just kind of hanging out now. I'm not sure why. Unless it like partially regenerated the trunk and it's like, hey, here's some stone, we can put some crystals on it. That's the only thing I seem to have found. So I guess I do have Thaumcraft stuff that's closer by now. I might break into this wall here. This wall. And see if there's anything randomly generated back here. No, no crystals. Anything over here? Nothing. Huh. So, yeah, I really freaked out because I was worried. Oh, great. There you are. I was really worried that I had lost pretty much everything I'd worked on. Because the last backup that it had, I think it said, was 10 days ago. But we survived. Everything is still intact. Awesome. Well, I'm going to be honest. Between the enchanting and the runic shielding and all that, I thought I'd have a bit more content than that. So, to finish off this episode, I think what we're going to do is something I've been meaning to do for a very long time. And honestly, I don't know why I haven't done it yet. If we look around my base, you'll see, as per usual, a moonstone there. Let's see, there should be one over there a bit. Here's one here. There's one over there as well. Kind of just throughout my base, I have these moonstones that are just crashing everywhere and destroying the landscape, putting holes in my nice little landscaping. Yeah, like you. Why? Why? There's actually one underneath my stairs over here. I'm not sure how it like hit right at the edge and it broke underneath. So it's sitting underneath there. Yeah, we're gonna fix that. We are going to create what is called the Flicker of Lunar Tides. Flicker focus, lunar tides. Oh, I need moonstone ore. That's annoying. Earth essence, air essence, bunch of flickers, and some runes. So let's grab that. And of course, it can never be that easy. I don't actually have enough flickers. So let's grab a stack of glass. It should be more than enough. Actually, you know what? I need glass panes. If I do this many, how many is that? Because I want a lot of these. We're going to get... Do I have any glass panes built? Does that get me... Not enough. We'll do 2 stacks. So let's turn this into panes. Glass, you go here. And you too. Lots of panes. And let's grab a stack of magic walls and 2 stacks of gold nuggets. So gold nugget, stack gold nugget. I want 2 of those. And I want a stack of magic wall, which I have. Awesome. Cool. Let's go here and make a stack of these guys. Should be plenty. Got lots of extra glass panes. That's okay. In fact, you know what? It's not okay. Go away. So we have our glass panes, and I need to find out, where did I put that thing? In one of the very early episodes, I got a bunch of flickers, and I don't know where it went. I had it over here for a while. This thing here is, it does ore processing, but I haven't used it for a while. You are empty, cool. Chickens are chickeny. Here's my runestone, or moonstone, whatever. Where did I put the actual flicker thingy? I think I left it back here. Aha! And you do not have the magic vision thingy yet. So I don't know if this is actually going to work. Do you have anything in you? No? You're probably not hooked up. While we're down here, Mr. Dropper, you are... How are you doing? Stack and a half. That'll last for a little while. I built this thing pretty early on as well, and it has never rained since. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite things. It's a very simple build, and it stopped rain. But I do need to refill you soon. Anyway, I got the things. Let's go upstairs and build a small little area to gather some flickers. Why are you not working? It's never easy. Why? There's a thing lately where it just randomly decides to lose all the connections. Hook you back up. No? What about you? Oh, you know what? I bet that that whole retrogen thing knocked out all my power. That's annoying. Okay. Let's go ahead. You get hooked up to you. Actually, don't want them hooked up. Let's pair you over here as well. You, and you. So you guys will all have neutral essence. I'm going to assume that this thing... Yeah, I've got sand sitting in here. So these shut down as well. Let's reconnect everything. And yeah, I'm just going to go hook everything up. Well, the good news is I'm able to put the first layer of these enchantments on. So you get Magitech goggles, so I can actually see. You get... I honestly don't need any of these things. I could do I don't need Flicker Lure. I don't need any of this. Soulbound doesn't really work anyway. Burnout reduction is kind of cool. Mana regen, I have 39,000 mana. Let's give you... Flicker Lure. That's random. I don't need Step Assist anymore because I have these boots that are doing it. So I guess you get mana regen. And how about you? You get... I don't really need run speed. It's pretty fast already. How fast am I? This is walking. This is running. It could be a little faster, but that's going to get obnoxious. Let's go ahead and give you run speed. Why not? Probably going to regret it. Not that noticeable, actually. Cool. Alright, so I can actually see what I'm doing now. So you are linked up. You should be getting red. You get that, and you get that as well. So let's link up the other two. Down here. That guy's hooked up already. Ignore the damage. Why are you not working? Are you just putting out more power than you need? Yeah. I think it just can't hold enough. Because I linked him to this guy here, then everything else is linked to this. So these guys, you are not recharging fast enough. Probably because these guys are making tons of potatoes. Yeah. So basically I can't keep up. In theory, since this thing's mostly shut down, it's never really on full power. It's not too big of an issue. What do I have witch hat? Oh, because I was killing witches. But that's a lot of potatoes. Why are you not cooking? Oh, you don't have enough power. Okay. Well, this will eventually work itself out. Apparently it's been doing this for a while, because I have this thing entirely filled with potatoes. Throw you in there. And a little bit of sand. Yeah, the sand is because I was cooking up all that glass, but it's a little obnoxious. I think this is more than it actually needs. I hope. Okay, so from the looks of it, glass is low, which is going to make it so that this guy's filling up with sand. That's okay. Baked potatoes, I have way more than I need. I need like 2 stacks. So let's go up here, and all potatoes can be removed from the system. That's just going to fill up with sand. So I don't need any baked potatoes, so let's not bother wasting Ethereum on that. You have potatoes, you... So these are all filled up with sand at this point. You can't keep up. What about you? You are filled with potatoes as well. For you. You can take more potatoes. So let's take all these guys. Let's make sure that there's room for glass here. So the glass will be taken. Go away, Vintium. What about down here? You are fine. You you can take glass. So the sooner I can get all the sand and glass out of the system there. So he's on, so he's going to stop sending. So that's good. At this point, I think it's fine to just go as is. Now, I hope I have enough room for all the baked potatoes that are going to be in the system, but that's fine. Let's see. There is one problem with using the Corporea system for all of this, is that it kind of just overflows all the time, which isn't really ideal. I've debated setting up, instead of using these guys for my smelting, switching over to the, what are they called, the infernal furnaces, but that's fine. You're good. You, why are you getting anything? Okay. You shouldn't be getting anything at all. Little comparator back there should always be off right now. Filling up all these. That's working. Yeah, I'm just going to have lots of sand. Whatever. So, now that my power issues are sorted out again, which is really annoying, we can get back to what I was actually planning on doing with this. You all have power? Yes. Let's go over here and grab this. So you're hooked up. This is going to just kind of eventually fill up once the potatoes and everything have worked their way through the system. Yeah, I'm working on you. So let's go ahead and set up our flicker lure. I don't think this really matters where it is. I think just kind of right here will work. And let's place a couple stone around it just so I have a bit of containment here. And link you. What? Where's the... There should be right up here. Are you not within range of you? Apparently not. So, like I was saying, we're going to move this and go somewhere else. It doesn't really matter where this is, so I'm just going to place it inside here. You can go there. Let's grab our stone, make a nice little area again. Toss you back so I don't fill up. And you get linked. How is there no path found? Seriously, you're right here. From you to you. Pairing successful. There we go. I put an essence conduit. Words. Put an essence conduit up here. Linked it together. You have power. Let's throw a lever on the side. And yeah, we're good. So what I'm going to do is kind of just AFK here and turn this thing on and just capture a bunch of flickers. Do I have enough room in inventory? Yep. Awesome. We'll be back. This is actually a little bit faster than I remember. Of course, maybe just because it had power. It apparently uses about 5, maybe 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. This is pretty quick. So, where was I? I wanted a lunar tide. We need arcane, lightning, and earth. We have lightning. Arcane should be over here. Arcane. And earth. I have them all lined up by the element here. So like this is the earth row. Also the augment here uses an earth rune, so that's why it gets that. Yeah, so that's that method. Let's see, I need air and earth as well. And I think moonstone ore and 2 orange runes. So orange runes should be over here with our colors. And I have 2. And let's go grab a moonstone from outside. Which shouldn't be too difficult to find. Let's go over here, you. Aha. You. Thank you. Let's go craft this together and find a place to put it. Run in. Cool. Lunar tide, you are right here. Ta-da! Flicker focus of lunar tides. Now, here is the thing. Flicker habitat. Oh, cool, I had one. Of 0. 1 taken. I think this means that there's 0 left. Cool. Flicker habitat, we have you. And we also want probably an obsidian platform, probably. I don't like that, but let's get a 2 stack obsidian. I don't really want to use obsidian, but I do need it to be something that can survive the impact. Where do I put you? I think what I'll do is I'll place it on top of this area here. I haven't used this side yet. I marked it out for the luminizers, but at the time I didn't have it all automated to have the materials for that. But I think for now, if we put this on top of this, it should work. Although, do I want it centralized? I think it should be fine. No, I do want it centralized because I think it's only 100 or so block radius, which is kind of annoying. How about you put it on top of this, make a building here. I think I'll do that. My plan was to put a little building around here, like some sort of little hut. But I can put a obsidian roof on it. I think that'll work. Okay, we have a little 9x9 square at the top here. That's just filled with, well, that's weird. That's filled with obsidian, so that should be good, and it'll help protect from damage. It requires Ethereum to function. Well, that's annoying. For now, we've got a little platform. Let's break this so it's not just kind of sitting here. We have a roof. We will eventually put a building around here. I haven't decided what I want it to look like. Yeah, haven't decided. It's gonna be something. But for now, that is at least there. I think. Didn't ask you. I think I can probably just route some power over here. I want to check to see if it actually does need power. Some of these say that they need it, but it'll work without it. So I'm just gonna let it sit for a couple nights and see if I start collecting moonstone around here. If I don't, then obviously I need to provide some power. That's trippy. Yeah, it's weird. One thing is I did upgrade my Elementium axe. I have Fortune 5 on it now, as well as sharpness. It only takes 2 shots to kill these guys. But it's working quite well. We're slowly building up to having an entire layer of heads underneath the altar, but it is working pretty well. And I literally just heard a moonstone fall. It's probably this one right here, I'm guessing. Yeah, here's some dirt. Oh, that's annoying. That almost took that out. Yeah, it landed here, so it looks like I do actually need power on this thing. Let's fill this back in. Didn't ask you. Go away. Go away. Yay, 3 heads. Cool. Yeah, I need power. That's annoying. Okay, so we are going to need some power for this thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just provide it kind of on site. The reason for that is, I mean, you just saw all the power links broke, and that's not that uncommon. I don't know, it seemed to happen a lot more often since installing Thaumcraft, which is kind of annoying, but it's probably some interaction there. I haven't heard any official reason of that, but either way, we're going to be providing power on site. So I think if here's the middle. 1, 2, 3. It's going to have to be that low, isn't it? It won't actually be that low, though. Okay, I think this will work. So let's break this one, and that one, and that one. And let's fly a little bit here, and we will place down our obelisk right in the middle. Like, right there. The block underneath it isn't needed anymore. Actually, just because I need to build things. Let's do something like, I don't want to build with obsidian here. I don't have any blocks to build with. 3. So that is where 1, 2, 3 the pillars are going to be. 1, 2, 3. And last 1, 2, 3. It's kind of difficult to do this when flying and jumping extra high. So we're going to, for now it's going to be just kind of floating here. I'm going to figure out something I can do with like architecture craft. That's the wrong block. Something to do with architecture craft to kind of make this look fancy. It's going to be kind of just floating here still, but I think it'll work. You, and last ones. So that gets me this guy upgraded as much as it can. Ooh, actually, yeah, we're going to do that. If we surround this guy with a nice little ring, what I can actually do is the chalk I can place down. Now the cool thing about the chalk is it doesn't actually have to have a block underneath it after it's been placed. Now the question is, do I have chalk on me? Let's see, it'd be in my tools chest if anything. I do not. Let me go grab that. Okay, well I seem to have misplaced my chalk, so let's just go ahead and make another one. I thought I grabbed a clay. Oh, it gave me... I asked for clay, and it gave me clay, but the wrong one. Wizard chalk. Let's go ahead and make you. And let's go do some magic. Why did you just appear? Weird. Let's go ahead and fly over here. Now what we're going to be doing is, if we place this just in the circle, there we go. What I can actually do then is break these. So break you. Now from down below here you can't see anything. If you look up you can see in Wayla it'll actually show as wizard's chalk. And if I jump up here, there's actually an invisible floor, which is kind of cool. I've used this before as like a little skywalk area, like between buildings and stuff in an older world. It's kind of cool. The problem is that if it does ever break, because it'll break instantly if you click it, you have to place the block back and then place it again. It's kind of annoying there, but kind of cool because it will just be floating here. So let's break these guys. Could be using Silk Touch, doesn't really matter. So that's going to have those floating up there. And let me see if I can come up with something with like architecture craft or something to make that look pretty cool. And since it is getting night, let's actually get this thing started so that I stop getting holes. Place that there, and let's get our wrench. Link you to you. And let's just connect these. There we go. You are paired, we have power, and we're all set. Hopefully that should prevent any more holes around my base. I'll start filling those in as I get to them. But like I said, let me get something fancy. Not sure what. Okay, I've got kind of a little thing to show. Right now I have these little, well, it's glowstone, but it's a gable overhang LH and gable overhang RH, which are kind of little supports going up off the sides there. And I have some magic wall in the middle here, more architecture craft shapes to have that be kind of levitating in the middle there. And the one thing I don't really like is there's this, what's it called, Z fighting or whatever it is, where the two different textures are kind of fighting for what's visible. So I think I'm going to have to just kind of expand it one more block. What am I walking? Oh, running into that. Because apparently that has a hitbox. Cool. So let's go ahead and surround this. I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be honest. It's kind of cool. It just doesn't really fit with the kind of rest of the feel of the base. But there isn't really a whole lot here to actually fit. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about it. Because I do want it to be open. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. I don't really know. I do need the top part here to be open and accessible because that's where all of the moonstone's going to collect. I do need to have this thing exist and be kind of close enough that I don't have to put any conduits in there. One thing that I do need to do is underground here, I'll probably put a chest of Vintium. Oh, this guy's not using a whole lot. Maybe I'll just leave it open. I was gonna connect that with like a air crystal, or not air crystal, a was it transportation flicker? Yeah, there's the transport flickers here from, where are you? Here, item transport. Because then I can slap like a crystal on here and that'll connect through, and then I can have a chest underground, just fill it up with Vintium and never deal with it again. Kind of, I don't know, it doesn't fit. Doesn't really fit. I don't know, let me know what you think. Or if you have any suggestions of a block I could use instead. I do kind of like this shape. Well, maybe I just like the shape and the shape doesn't go with the base. I don't really know. Anyway, we've got quite a lot done this episode. We've got our armor is all kitted out. I'm pretty much invulnerable at this point. I've been kind of fighting a bunch of zombies off and on, and skeletons. The iron wall on here is amazing. I no longer get knocked back from them, which makes skeletons much easier. This guy here is going to be collecting up some moonstone for us and hopefully protecting the rest of our base. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.